Hello everyone, thanks for joining the tour today, and we're going to be taking a look at the newly renovated bungalows, or otherwise now known as the cottages, which we've gone through about half of them so far. And we're looking at cottages number 4 and 8 at this time, and this is just a view of the balcony. We changed the entrance from being in the middle, and so if you are familiar with the property, there used to be an entrance for 2 rooms in one of these bungalow housing structures, and now each bungalow, each room has their own entrance to the side and a little bit more privacy as well, because we split the balconies. So you don't necessarily have to talk to the neighbor if you don't want to, but you can of course go around if you would like. And moving into the room itself, these are brand new beds and frames and new design with the throw pillows and the standard pillows in the back there. And then you can also see the kitchenette unit that we renovated, and we'll get to in a second. Also, we added a working desk with a charging station, so you have USB and also Type-C there as well, right below the television. And that's for anybody who wants to get some work done, especially those work from home people. And this is a wider view of the room, and I just want to make note of the AC, because these used to be fan cooled rooms, and now we inputted got rid of the louver windows, and so now it's completely sealed up, if you will, with, as far as the windows go, brand new windows. And also want to bring attention to the ceilings. So the ceilings used to be flat, and now we brought them up to an apex to give a little bit more room and make it feel a little bit more spacious, but still maintain the coziness. And also bringing some more attention to the far right corner of the kitchenette that we have, and we'll get to that in a second, and also the newly renovated bathroom. So we basically gutted this entire place. Even the floor tiles are brand new as well. And this is another angle of the bed, and just want to bring some attention to the LED bed frame, as well as the embedded nightstands and lamps, and another view of the kitchenette, I should say. And as you can see, it has basically all the utensils and tools that you might need to cook a meal. Included is a mini fridge there down on the left, and a hot plate, coffee maker, ice bucket, all the knives and utensils that you may need to feed a small family. Not necessarily Thanksgiving dinner, but you can definitely chef it up in there, especially if you're staying for an extended period of time. This might be a perfect type of accommodation for you. And that essentially is the kitchen. And now moving on to the bathroom. And as I mentioned before, like floor to ceiling, new floor tiles, new ceiling tiles. Got the LED frame around the mirror just to give a little bit more lights. We changed out the square louver windows for the ship window, I guess you can call it. And we got the rainfall shower head and the glass frame shower door. Even the towel holders, those are all new. And again, trying to bring together everything in the room, the kitchenette, and to complete the cottage experience, if you will. So very happy and proud of how this was done, and really wanted to give a modern look and feel to this new room category, the cottage. And so also with this wider angle, want to bring attention to the closet. So you got some drawer space there, and you got some hanging space as well, and your safe, of course, and the ironing board is on the other side in between the closet and the window there. And yeah, another angle of the room, and also want to bring attention to that long standing mirror there, so full frame mirror. And that essentially is the bungalow, and this is kind of our way of paying homage to my dad and where he started from with this. Today we're visiting the Pinnacle's beautiful 2-bedroom sample apartment located on the 3rd floor of Tower 1, the Swallowtail Tower. This unit is lagoon facing, offering open water views and a peaceful backdrop that defines the overall atmosphere of the space. This tour will give you a real sense of what to expect from these residents and what living will feel like here. The apartment features a double balcony, ensuite bathrooms, and a thoughtful layout designed for comfort and flow. So come along and join us for this stunning apartment tour. So Kanya, this is a 2-bedroom that we're seeing, the concept 2-bedroom.
Yes, this is our 1299 square feet lagoon facing 2-bed.
Okay, and we are on the 3rd floor?
We're on the 3rd floor, and remember, living starts on the 3rd floor. So this is the lowest possible level to live, lowest view that you'll get. Everything else is elevated, it goes up. So it's 1299 square feet. It's open concept, living, dining, kitchen. 9.5 feet is the distance between the ceiling and the floor. Category 5, hurricane-proof windows and doors. Quartz countertops, recessed lights, central air, and the furniture, of course, is for staging purposes.
Okay, and so everybody will have an opportunity to choose and design, decorate?
It depends.
Okay.
So in the residential tower, this tower, yes.
Okay.
But if you're in the Canary Tower and you're going to want to put your unit back with the hotel, we have a tier, different options that you can choose from.
Okay. So obviously fully customizable, dream furniture, dream table.
Of course, absolutely.
Okay. Beautiful. And now moving into the bedroom, which bedroom
primary
is this?
Bed.
This is the primary bed.
This is primary bed. So you get this view. It's a rainy day, but still a beautiful view.
Definitely.
From this primary bed, look at the space. It's a king-size bed, night tables. You can recline here, ensuite bathroom with a wet room, right? Because you have your big bath where you can soak, and then there's also a shower.
So that's one thing that I really like about this is that
the space.
The space. I didn't know that's what it's called, the wet room.
I just had a client say to me the other day, that's not really a bathroom, it's a wet room. And I'm like, yeah, it is a wet room. It's a wet room. You close this door and it's a wet room. And
it definitely has that indoor-outdoor feeling.
Yes. And you won't be outside looking in, you won't be able to see, but you can stay inside and look outside. So you can be soaking while taking in that view.
Yeah, nobody can see you.
Yes.
That's good, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I love the layout. I love the tall ceilings as well. I'm a huge fan.
Of high ceilings, yeah.
Definitely.
Very nice.
And you get 2 balconies here.
Yes, so you have one to the left, and then one in front, and then this one. Ooh, you feel that breeze?
Yeah.
This one goes all the way down to the secondary bed.
And I also like the fact that each bedroom has its own bathroom.
And closet.
And closet, right.
Own bathroom and closet, so you can have your own privacy. One thing else that I like about this, about all the units, although it's central air, each unit still has your own control. So you can have the AC out here, the master one is on, and you can adjust it to what you want in your bedroom, on, off, whatever the temperature. You can do that in your bedroom.
Very nice.
Closet space, bathroom. See how the lights came on? See how the lights came on? I didn't touch anything.
I love it. Nice. Very nice. Again, tall ceilings, tall enclosure as well.
A lot of space for showering.
Tons and tons of space. I love the inset as well. Anytime I go, it feels like a hotel, you know.
The finishes? Yes.
The finishes, but anytime I go to a hotel, like the bathroom is so important. And having that, as simple as that is, it is a huge convenience.
It is, absolutely.
Very beautifully designed. And this behind us with the balcony.
This is a balcony with more views.
Very nice.
Grade 12A porcelain tiles. And same, we're consistent with the windows and doors, 9.5 feet. Category 5 hurricane proof.
Excellent. And we just went through Melissa. Still here. No problem. Nothing. No issue at all.
No damages at all.
And I would presume that because the glass is so thick and it is made for that type of impact, that's why it's so quiet in here.
Exactly.
And you don't hear the outside traffic or even the rain that is coming down right now.
You hear nothing from outside.
That's crazy.
There's construction going on right now. You don't hear any construction noises. Once they're closed, that's it. It blocks out all the noise.
That's huge.
Amazing.
Talk about peace and quiet.
Peace of mind, serenity, relaxation. Yes.
Oh, this is great. This is great. And how much would a unit like this go for?
This right now is 691,000. This exact unit.
691,000.
Yes.
Man, get it while you can.
Get it while you can.
Get it while you can. Now, this is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Kanya, for taking the time.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed the tour of this third floor, 2-bedroom, lagoon-facing apartment at the Pinnacle Swallowtail Tower. If you'd like more information on the Pinnacle, please scan the QR code on the screen or visit the link in the description below. Throp here again. As you're probably hearing, Jamaica is on an unprecedented economical tear, and I know many people are interested to learn how they might be able to buy property in Jamaica, move here, or even start a business. Enter Throp-X. This is my annual Jamaica investment conference hosted at Travelers Beach Resort in Negril, Jamaica. If you're even considering moving to or investing in Jamaica, this is the best low-risk opportunity to do your due diligence and network with the very people driving the country forward. This event brings together a group of hand-picked, trusted, top-of-their-field individuals, the best developers, contractors, real estate pros, lenders, and government partners, all under one roof to help you make your move. This is very much an action-focused premium conference experience geared towards empowering you with the tools and team necessary to create your Jamaica dream. We've partnered with the Tax Administration of Jamaica to help you get your TRN and even open a bank account, all conveniently located on conference property. One of the most popular parts of the conference is the real estate tour. It's the best way to understand Jamaica's real estate market, seeing and experiencing properties firsthand so you can compare apples to apples. Another incredibly valuable part of the conference is the people you will meet. Attendees have been some of the most dynamic, inspiring individuals I have met doing incredible things with their lives. As always, this year will be fun, educational, and actionable, giving you the tools, insights, and connections to invest, build, and move to Jamaica. For more information, please visit Throp-X.com and join our mailing list. This podcast is supported by Discovery Water. Whether I'm working or training, I reach for Discovery Water. 100% premium Jamaican spring water. Bottled in glass, no plastic, no gimmicks. Refill, not landfill. Just clean, natural hydration from right here on the island. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Good to see you. Good to be here. We got, I think, a pretty nice stream. Should be a little fun. Hopefully that you have fun, because I have fun doing these. And we are officially 2 weeks out from Throp-X May 2026, because we got 2 this year. So exciting times ahead. A lot of work in the next couple of weeks, as you can imagine, but we are ready for it. The team is doing a really, really, really great job in preparation. Last minute speakers are coming in and confirming. And I think this one's going to be really awesome. I think this is going to be a really, really special Throp-X Jamaica Investment Conference this year. And the education part of it is great, but also, man, the real estate tour aspect, I'm really, really excited for, especially Treasure Beach. That's all coming together. And I think that's going to just be a really, really special trip. Just going to St. Elizabeth, but so many people have never been to Treasure Beach before. Some haven't been in many, many, many years. And it's, I always say, one of my favorite parts of the island. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this very special place with you. Of course, the Negril real estate tour is going to be great, as it always is. And like I said, and been alluding to, we're working on something special, a little extra special, along the lines of the Oasis deal that is not completely sorted out, not even guaranteed, to be honest. But nonetheless, I'm excited to really share with, especially the folks who are going to be in person, what we've been working on and what's coming down the pipeline as far as the group and people that I am working with. But of course, as usual, please let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from, I should say. I always love to hear and bring the community together as much as we possibly can. Of course, today we're going to be speaking about iShowSpeed and his Caribbean tour, but specifically his Jamaica tour, which was a couple of days ago. I forget what day it was, but I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought Jamaica really, really represented, and just I think what he's doing is just really, really amazing. And I saw some comments that people didn't know who he was or who he is, and that's okay. That's really, really okay. We're going to discuss him. We're going to get through the type of content, get an understanding of the type of content that he creates, and really what this really means for the Caribbean, what this means for Jamaica. And he's gone to other places as well around the world, other regions, doing similar type tours. But let's get to the, my mic's so high. Let's get to the comments here. Donna, what's going on? Happy Sunday, Throp and Throppers from Ottawa, Canada. Donna, my friends and I have never heard of him until this. We're old, I guess. No worries. This is not really the demo that we discuss. So it's I think we can dabble, right? And we can learn from this. He's somebody that I follow. Kid is 21 years old, just doing amazing things, and it's just super, super inspirational. And been following for a few years, but it seemed you would think he's been doing this for decades upon decades. But that's this new generation, this Gen Z, and man, they're making a real impact on the world. Don Bryce says, "Happy Mother's Day to all moms and those who have taken on that role to others." Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope if you're lucky enough to still be able to call your mom. That is, my mom always reminds me of that. I'm lucky to have both my parents at my age. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you do that. But happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Jen, what's going on? Greetings from Atlanta. Can't wait to see everyone in Negril in 2 weeks. Can't wait to see you here as well, Jen. It's going to be so much fun. It really, really, really is. I think this is going to be special. We got a little special something that we'll announce the week before that we're going to kind of open up to the public, but I don't want to announce it too early, to be honest, because we don't want like hundreds of people just popping up. 80's here. Happy Mother's Day from Wasaga Beach. Wagwan Phil. Donna says, are the bungalows renovated now? Also, what is the maximum capacity for the 2-bedroom suites for 6 people? All right, bungalows. Yes, all the bungalows, now we call them cottages, have been fully renovated. They're beautiful. Really have turned into one of our most sought after rooms here at Travelers. They were the first accommodations that we had here. They're like literally wooden cabins that came on trucks that we put down here on our property when my dad first started this business. And now we have converted them, as you saw in the opening video, that we've converted them into this really just, I think, great experience. And they're, like I said, they're probably one of the most sought after room accommodations that we have available here at Travelers. To your suite question, so we have the suite, the bed layout is 1 king size bed and 2 double beds. So we've had 2 people per bed, so that would be 6 people. Like, we've had family staying there with kids, with teenage kids, so you can get up to 6 people in there comfortably. And I'll show you later. I don't want to show it now, but later I'll show the layout of the suites that we have. They came out really beautiful. This is something that we're very, very proud of here at Travelers, and we've been getting really great feedback from people who have experienced them. And there's still like some nuanced upgrades, if you will, that we want to make to the suites and the deluxes. And right now we're going through all of our superior rooms. We're finishing off, I should say, all of our superior rooms. So we're doing a bit of demo right now, and it should be done in a few weeks. The team is working really hard. They've gotten so good at it because we've gone through the whole entire hotel. Like, so they're like boop, 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 boop. And they become real experts at this. So it's like an internally grown team, if you will, that have been when we're working on this. Debbie, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Remember to hit the like button. Please do. Please listen to Debbie. That really, really helps out a lot. From Toronto. Graham Brooks, evening Throp and Throppers, chiming in from London across the pond. Good to have you. Jay Fitz, hi Throp and family, checking in from Atlanta and watching Barcelona kill Real Madrid. Awesome. I believe the Knicks game is on right now. I think it started. So we want them to win. Very, very huge, mega, big deal for us New Yorkers, especially, I would say, people around my age. We have not been contenders. We have not been good probably since I was about 7 or 8 years old. We're talking about the John Stockton, Patrick Ewing days. And even back then, it was rough. And so this is the first time that we are true contenders, not only for the East, but I personally think, like, realistically, we do have a shot at winning the entire finals. And man, exciting time. I'm 100%. If they make it to the finals, I'm going to a game. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what my schedule is like. This means the world. Like, Knicks, Jets, Mets fan, we've been suffering for a very, very long time. We won't get any further into that, but the excitement, trust me, I'm holding it down at this point. Kwame says, any working class Jamaican citizen have 700,000 US dollars? No, I don't know if any working class US citizen has 700,000 US dollars. Realistically, and as I always say with comments like this, everything isn't for everybody. There is a market out there. And so Kwame's referring to the Pinnacle advertisement that we had on just before getting into in the beginning of the stream. And there's luxury, there's middle class, there's affordable. Jamaica, we're lucky enough to have a product mix that fits a whole different cross spectrum of different types of investors, buyers, homeowners. Could it be more affordable? Yes, just like anywhere else in the world, the prices of things, I should say, are continuing to rise exponentially, and especially when it comes to housing. And so here in Jamaica, you may not be able to get a condo villa on the beach here in Negril. That may be out your budget, but hey, maybe more inland and a little further away from the prime real estate locations, maybe that's more within your budget. But no, working class, I don't know of working class people anywhere in the world that can afford $700,000 and just throw it out there like that. But I could be wrong. Remain open to be corrected in the comments here. Lady KKP, hi, Throp and Throppers from Brooklyn. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Brooklyn in the house. Anik, hello, Throp and Throppers, chiming in from Montreal. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and mother figures. Unique, greetings, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and those amazing women who stepped into the role of the most important job in the world. You are seen, valued, and appreciated. Well said, Unique. Well said. W Speed, W Jamaica. That's right. W's in the chat. I like it. Kwame, Jamaican in the UK. Awesome. Good to have you from across the pond. Josh, what's going on? Hey, bro, dropping into the show to support as always. Hopefully link up in the next month. Yes, I got your message, Josh. Sorry I didn't respond, but yes, we're definitely going to connect when you guys come in. I would love to hear all the updates on what you guys are working on. And also, like I've been alluding to this, I can't wait to share further what you guys are doing with this community. I think you guys' story is amazing. Young entrepreneurs believing in Jamaica, just putting the money where the mouth is, so to speak. And you're really, I think you're going to inspire a lot of people with your story. So I can't wait that we get together and able to tell that and share that story with everybody here. Yalis, Fort Lauderdale in the house. Georgina, what's going on? Happy Sunday and a very happy Mother's Day to all the awesome mothers out there. Thank you for coming on, Georgina. Gary, greetings from Jamaica. Big fan of iShow and love his stop in Jamaica. Same here. I think he did a great job. I think we as a country did a great job as well. Alicia, happy Sunday and Mother's Day to everyone. Thanks for joining. Jala Ford, hello, Throp. Hope all is good with you. Yes, all is good. Thank you. Mark, what's happening? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers chiming in from Brampton, Canada. Gary, greetings from Vancouver. Love your show as always and can't wait to be a guest at Travelers. I'm a huge fan of iShow. You stop in Jamaica as a winner. Absolutely. Alex, what's going on? What's up, my friend? Hope you are well. Thanks for coming on. We got to catch up one of these days, man. Definitely got to catch up at one of these days. You got all these special announcements for Throp-X 2026. Now I'm thinking I should have made them May 2026 instead of November. No. I think the thing about, I think it's so there's so much happening, right? And of course, Melissa was horrible, terrible, continues to be horrible and terrible in respect to the recovery and the rebuild aspect of it. But it created opportunity, and it's, you know, of course I didn't have to do the May version, but I felt like I had to do the May version, and to get people into Jamaica at the midway point between I guess January and, oh no, midway point between the November version of 25 and the November version of 26 coming up. And there's so much happening in the market. And I think this is going to turn out to be more of a blessing than anything else to have the second one, because I think the dynamics of Jamaica on the second half of the year is going to be very different from what we're experiencing, talking about now. And again, I think we're lucky. It almost makes me think we got to do something. I'm not doing 2 next year. Let me just make that point blank clear. This has been so much work. I just got off a call with a group, and I was just saying things are very exciting for Throp-X 2 weeks away, and I'm excited for it. But at the same time, I cannot wait for it to be over, because as you can imagine, a lot of logistics, a lot of moving parts, a lot of putting together phone calls, just a lot of hard work. And it's absolutely going to pay off. It's going to pay off for all the people who are coming, who are participating. I think it's going to pay off for Jamaica. I think it's going to pay off for Negril. It's going to pay off for Treasure Beach in big ways. And I think we're planting some really, really big seeds. And when you do things like this, you kind of can't, well, it's hard to predict just like the extrapolated dominoes, if you will, that will fall, and the effects that you're having on other people, and inspiration and that sort of thing. And so I think some really big seeds are going to be planted in May, and what that's going to mean in 29, 30, 31, who knows? Who knows? And I say that because I see seeds that were planted in 22 when I first did that, and then the fruits of that labor bearing. And the same thing is going to happen here. And it's just like, now we're doing it twice in 1 year. And I think that's going to double those seeds and double the impact that we have on Jamaica. And this is like real stuff. So don't feel bad at all for not being able to come to May. Chime in on the virtual tour if you can't make it in person. Of course, we won't be able, virtual ticket that is, of course, you won't be able to make the real estate tour virtually, but at least you'll get the education sessions. You'll get some of the breaking news that I know will have coming out of the education panels that are there for the 2 days. But the good thing about this year, is that we're using a conference or event management platform called Hoova, and that will allow you as a virtual ticket holder really to participate right through the conference. So even though I can't even say physical, like the direct digital experience that you'll be having is for 2 days. So the May 25th and 26th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you get the real estate panel day and you get the business and lifestyle day. But with the event management tool that we're using, Hoova, you're actually going to be able to continue the conversation, to be part of different chat groups in Hoova. And then also you'll have access to all of the properties that will be for sale and that we'll be visiting here in Negril, and then also in Treasure Beach. And so you'll have access to that before the conference even starts. And again, we're using it as a communication tool. So you'll be in the conversations that people are having. You'll be able to have direct access to all of the panelists. So for example, you're somebody that's looking for a dynamite real estate agent, and one of the very professional, very capable real estate agents that we have are on stage, and they're talking about a property, or you just like what they're saying and how they're saying it, and you're like, this is my person. I want to work with this person. You don't have to reach out to me and say, hey, can I get their contact information? Can you send me their phone number? You can text them right away because they're on the app as well. And you can text them, have them answer your questions directly, or you can join I forget what it's called, the Buying Real Estate in Jamaica group within the app. And then you can talk amongst your fellow attendees, in person and virtual attendees, and you can answer your questions together. So I think that is one of the biggest advantages of this year's conference. And that's also what has me extra excited, because we never really had a standalone communication tool in that respect. And then, of course, the layout of the schedule throughout the week. And then, if there are any adjustments that inevitably happens with the conference, everybody will get real-time updates on what's going on, where we are. And again, you get all of the properties and the real estate tour agenda there, so you can be well prepared. So that also works in the favor of people who are coming down beforehand. And so if you are already signed up for Throp-X virtual or in person, you should have gotten an email between Saturday and Sunday, today, Sunday. So please check your email if you're signed up, and you should get that email. So you'll be getting more emails over the next couple of weeks, but just make sure you check it, and that'll give you the link to download the Hoova app. So download it from now so you can complete your profile. You can start networking from right now as well. And like I said, next week, you're going to start seeing the properties that we're going to be having on the agenda that we'll be touring on the Wednesday and the Thursday. And then you'll see all of the speakers, you'll see their profiles, you'll see their bios. You'll get a real sense of just, I don't know, the depth, I would say, of this conference. That's also what's got me really, really excited. So no worries, Jay Fitz. And it says 2 Throp-X conferences in 1 year is a lot. Make sure you take some time for yourself. Travel between the conference to recharge and decompress. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jay. Appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Jay Tinjay, blessings, Throp. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Orville, hey, I stayed at Travelers. I had an amazing time there. Looking forward to coming back in August. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for staying with us. Appreciate you. And I'm glad to hear that you had a great time with us. And looking forward to seeing you in August. What's going on, Jeff? From Alberta, was in Negril about 2 weeks ago. I was shocked. Your prices have gone up since my last visit in 2020. I'm assuming 2024. Cheers. Okay. Yo, Leon, what's going on? Baldwin in the building. That's my boy from back in the day, back in high school. Good to see you. Hope you are well, man. We got to catch up one of these days. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for hopping on. Mo Foster, big up Throp, Mansfield, Texas. 80s hair. The Pinnacle is a big deal. It's a great investment. If you can't do it on your own, pool funds, consider buying 2-bedroom with 3 other families. Each family takes 2 weeks a year vacation investment. I think it's a great investment as well. I'm not saying that just because I've been working with them. Look at it objectively. I think 80s hair, what you're saying here, just like we're doing here in Negril, work with people. How many people have $500,000 burning a hole in their pocket? Not many, right? And so there is a way to do it. Same thing with what we did with Oasis. Same thing what is being done with a bunch of, what's the other one? I'm Vicky Teeny, sorry. A bunch of, and I said this before on my stream, the Grill has slowly become the hotel condo conversion mecca of Jamaica. And not that nobody's buying these hotels, but these groups of people are not buying these hotels individually. They're pooling their resources. They're pooling their money. There's no reason why you can't do that with other investment opportunities that are out there. So I think you've made a great point, 80s hair. And where there's a will, there's a way. You get a group of you guys. You can pool your money. You leverage your financing with the banks and whatever other sources that you have access to. There's a way, and these are not just the Pinnacle. I mean, there are a lot of great developments coming in Jamaica. And you don't always have to go luxury either. You don't have to go luxury either. I was just having a conversation with my dad this morning. We were talking about Little London, and we were talking about the Negril International Airport, and just the amount of development that is. I know it's already happening. I know people are scooping up parcels of land over there in that region. There's a lot of land, tons of land available over there, and it's gonna continue to grow and be just really, really high in demand, because there's going to be thousands and thousands of construction jobs to build that area, period. Like you got like 5-7 years, whatever it is, of constant construction that's going to be happening there. And then you're going to have thousands of people who are going to need to live in Negril, live in the Little London, live in the South Lamar areas, and they're going to need affordable housing. These are going to be mostly working class people, working class professionals that are going to be in the airport industry. And so there's not enough housing over there. There's not enough housing in Negril. I'm telling you, look it up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Just use what I'm saying as, maybe I should look into this. Maybe this is something that I should consider. And so the demand is going to be there. And the people who get in early, and like now is early, they're the ones who are going to win at the end of the day, because they're providing inventory that is going to become, it's already in high demand. I mean, but that demand is going to exponentially increase. And I don't know how they're going to, I don't know if the government is completely relying on the private sector investment to support that side of things, or there's a plan to bring in either government partnered housing or just completely done by government. But I see it's going to be needed, a tremendous need for that. And that's going all the way back to Sav. I would even imagine like Smithfield, like all of that, like, because that's still, 30-minute commute to work if you're backtracking from those areas back to Little London. So I think it's great opportunity. I think it's great for those families who have land there for generations and generations that haven't been doing anything. And a lot of time in Jamaica, you'll have families that are land rich, let's say, but cash poor. And now it's just like, it's going to be such a great opportunity for them if they want to sell. Or maybe, I think even a better idea is to partner with people that have the money, that have the cash, and you can work in a deal, like a cash flow deal. But if you need the money, take it. I don't see anything wrong with it. 80 Sarah says the new Marina Palm is easy to get to right in the downtown of Montego Bay. There's so much more in Mo Bay. Harbor City has a Soul Sundays free event. I heard about that event. I heard that's like really, really awesome. I got to check that out at some point. Multiple people have told me about that. Alicia, hey Throp, I can't afford to invest in a conference. I'm directing all of my funds into building my land in Negril. In Negril, but I'm sharing this conference with all my people. The value outweighs the cost for sure. Congratulations on another exciting year. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And good luck. I don't know what you're doing. I know where you're doing it though, but good luck with what you're doing for sure. What's going on, Tanmay? Uhuru, I think I said that right. Less when the highway is coming from St. Elizabeth to Westmoreland. Yep, if you didn't see my stream, or the stream that I did with Kalila Reynolds on Thursday, it's one of, I would say, from an information contextual perspective standpoint, the best stream. She just broke down, and especially if you kind of read between the tea leaves of what she's saying. And I'm going to make some shorts out of this because I think it's just really important, powerful information that people need to see and understand. And I know a lot of people won't sit through an hour interview. And so I want to get the word out. And so one of the things, and I think one of the most powerful things that she did for us, was to basically break down the historical, financial, economic context of where Jamaica was in 2011, 2013, let's say, and how we got to 2025, and why beyond 2025 and beyond, we have this high level of confidence, because we can look back at our history at what we did, be proud of it, but then also seeing the levers that were pulled back then and having similar levels being pulled, and what the outcomes will become. And she did just a masterful job of showing different examples throughout the island, specifically talking about the road networking expansion and what opportunities that has created for developers and entrepreneurs. And so fascinating, really, really. Let me see if I can help you out a little bit here. But really, really fascinating discussion. And I got so many tabs open here. Yeah, fascinating discussion on Jamaica, and just a wide ranging. Oh wow, I didn't realize I got so many views. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm throwing the link in there for you. So if you want to just, if you, for your convenience, you could click it, take a look at it. Worth it. You can skip ahead to actually where we start talking. I think it's about half an hour or so into the conversation, into the stream. All right, Simone, what's going on? Greetings, Throp and Throbbers from Atlanta. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, those who stepped up with love and care. You are appreciated and amazing. Thank you for that, Simone. All right, let's get into the stream, or the subject of the stream, I should say. So, let me see if I can look him up. So, iShowSpeed, for those that don't know, we're going to go to, oh, he's live right now. All right, so I'm going to bring him up. Bring up his page. So this is iShowSpeed. We're gonna hop to his live right now. I'm gonna mute it. All right. So he does. So iShowSpeed, he's a live streamer, and I'm just trying to bring you a little context here, make sure we're all on the same page. So he has 53.8 million subscribers here on YouTube. He's probably the biggest streamer in the world, I want to say. And let's ask Claude here. Who is the biggest streamer in the world? Okay, let's see what Claude says here. It's working. And so he's a Gen Zer. He's 21 years old. And everywhere he goes, there's this like pandemonium. And as you can see, he's in Bahamas right now doing his stream. And he'll just show up to these places. And yes, this was planned for sure. They were expecting him. And he'll just go to different places and just walk around and indulge with the culture. And when he first started doing it, I want to say like it was just no plan. He's much more organized. And he brings all of his followers along with him to have this experience. And so for further context, he's done Asia tours. He's done European tours. A couple months ago, he did an Africa tour, going to all these different countries in Africa, doing the same thing that he's doing. And now he's on this Caribbean tour. He also did a 35-day straight stream across America. So sleeping, everything, 35 days, always online. I'm sure that was some sort of record. And just amazing. He just has this like infectious energy. I'm just gonna play like 30 seconds so you guys can get a feel of this and what it's like. And we're gonna do the Jamaica one. So this is him live right now in the Bahamas. Hold on 1 second. We're not getting sound. 1 second here. Okay, now we should get sound. There we go. All right, so we're gonna let me know if you can hear. Hopefully you can hear. I'm gonna hop over to his Jamaica stream real quick so we can see that. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Jamaica stream, 3.4 million views. Incredible. And I think concurrently, let me see here. I'm just gonna read these stats real quick for you. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it in silence. So he's at Emancipation Park right there. And let me just read some stats for you. So full breakdown here. 3.4 million total views on the Kingston live stream. 194,805 people peak live stream viewers. So these are at the same time 194,000 people were watching him stream in Jamaica, in Kingston at the same time. There were 696,349 live chat messages while the stream was going on. He got 34,692 new subscribers gained from the one stream. As I said, 54 million YouTube subscribers overall, 150 million total followers across all of his platforms. So we're gonna go through this, but I'm just gonna read it and then we'll experience it. I got it on mute. I got it on mute right now, so there's no sound. We'll put the sound on. Hopefully, we can hear the Jamaica stream or Jamaica sound when we come back. So let's see. So okay, some cultural moments. Kicked off the stream at Emancipation Park, history lesson with former Miss Jamaica Universe Yendi Phillips, who you're seeing right now. What else we do? Did the Bob Marley Museum. A lot of celebrities were there, linked up with Minister Olivia Grange, Sean Paul, Beanie Man, Jesse Royal, Shenseea, Popcorn, Naomi Cohen, and Gypsyn. That was awesome. I want to show that part. Hopefully, I don't know why the sound isn't working, but hopefully the sound is working. That was really, really amazing. He did a little freestyle. And then he went through, all right, like, let's look at it real quick. Let's see if you guys can hear the sound. 1 second. All right, let me know if you can hear the sound. Oh, yeah, he's going to curse a lot. Sorry. All right, just confirm if you can hear. No sound on Facebook. Okay. All right, let me try one more. This happened last time. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can. I'm going to try another. How do I do this? All right, no sound. How do I do this? All right. We're going to try one more. If this don't work, then we're just going to have to go on without it. All right, let me know if you can hear it.
Okay. I'm chat from Jamaica, bro. If you from Jamaica, I ain't gonna lie, chat, I always wanted to come here.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie, chat.
How long you wanted to come here since?
Cause I was a kid.
Yeah. Let me
know if you can hear.
Cause Usain Bolt.
Yes.
Yeah. So as a kid, you know.
It was goals for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I knew about Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah, cause Usain Bolt.
Very cool.
And like reggae music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So here what? You see how you say you know Jamaica
Okay,
for
cool,
Usain Bolt and reggae music? That's great, right? That's wonderful. There's a reason why. There's something about us that's a little bit special. Like the reason why Usain is that much better, or the reason why Bob is just that much better.
Why?
Is because we stand on the shoulders of heroes. We stand on the shoulders of proper freedom fighters. So where we are now is actually a pathway with all our national heroes and freedom fighters. So right here is actually our only female hero. She's our heroine, Nanny of the Maroons.
Nanny of the Maroons.
So Yendi does an incredible job of going through national heroes and going through the Emancipation Park, and he does like a lot of just participates in a lot of different parts and aspects of our culture and throughout the stream. So the stream is 6 hours and 12 minutes, and it's just high energy the entire time. And I want to bring some context to this, right? And so there is like the business context of it, and then there is the cultural impact context of it. And let's start from the cultural impacts side of it, right? And so he has got to be top 5 most influential people in the world. And without question, he is representing the next generation, the Gen Z generation. He's 21 years old. And I guess there could be some controversial aspects of him for sure, but like, I mean, he lives his entire life on stream for people to see. And he's brought this generation along with him. And I think there are many people, young kids, especially young dudes, that want to be like him. And on the positive side, I think he's a good example when it comes to like substances. So I think one aspect that Jamaica dropped the ball on is like throughout the stream, so one of the sticks, if you will, of his stream is just like he's just like constantly eating and he's trying the new food of said country and the culture. So he's drinking, he's trying everything. So he did beef. We're gonna go get through it. So he did beef patties. He did suppligen. He did grated cakes, a bunch of different things, and he cooked ackee and saltfish with sensia, and it opens up the world. It opens up Jamaica to the world and these different countries and aspects of their culture to the world that generation otherwise wouldn't be exposed to. And even going back to like his Africa tour, I didn't watch all of them. This is probably the tour that I paid most attention to, because obviously this is where I live. This is the region that I'm in. And even with the African side of his tour, he goes to these different countries that I think people have misconceptions about Africa and these cities in Africa. And he just showed them, it's like, it's possible, go meet people and you see the infrastructure, you see the good roads. And I hope that we as a society, and especially African diaspora, like we are appreciating what this kid is doing and how he's just opening up the minds of an entire generation. And for those of us who are older than him, we're paying attention and we're learning and we're seeing, and incredibly, incredibly powerful. He also did China. And these are, especially from like an American perspective, I won't say, yes, we can call them controversial places, right? And China in so many ways is closed off from America. And we look at China as this place look at China as this place that we're competing with and that we are still better than them, and then we're going to beat them. And they're the enemy, right? And he goes there, he breaks down these, and he's always him, he's always himself. And he doesn't hold back on his personality. He doesn't hold back on how he approaches people, how he talks to people. And he's also, you can also tell like he's experiencing this world, these trips, these countries for the first time. And he's shocked, just like we are, in seeing and learning different aspects of different cultures. And so with China, you see like one of the main takeaways that I took from that stream is just like, oh my God. And we knew this already, right? We knew this already. It's just like how far ahead China is compared to us here in the West, with their technology, with their vehicle technology, their phone technology, how their cities are laid out, just incredible. And here is more or less an objective shared experience that he's bringing to his platform and he's bringing to the world. And even though he's the one experiencing this different culture, you yourself watching it live, you can interpret what he's doing, what he's seeing, what he's eating in your way. And then you're like, man, I want to go there. Or maybe you're like, I don't think that place is for me. But nonetheless, these places are being opened in your mind's eye by somebody you trust and somebody you follow. And I don't know if we can even, and when I say we, let's say millennials, if we can necessarily even appreciate what this is doing to this younger generation, millions and millions and millions of kids, and how they're influenced. And so him being, and again, going to the positives and sticking on the positive side of things, like he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. And that's why I was saying this is like where I think Jamaica dropped the ball. Like, how could we not know? Like, I know this. I know he doesn't drink alcohol. He's just turned 20. He doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't do drugs, doesn't smoke. And then multiple times during the stream, he was offered these things. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, they're trying to give him a beer. And it's not the girl's fault. Like, she's part of this promotion team that's promoting, I forget the name of the beer. Whatever it was. That's the part that I caught. And then he's like, no, I don't do that sort of thing. It's like, man, you know, we just skip that. Like, you know, of course, everything's not going to be perfect, but it's just one thing that I think in general is like such a positive thing. And I'm not sure if you're aware that alcohol sales globally, and well, I know for the United States, maybe not globally, but the alcohol sales in the United States are plummeting. This generation, this younger generation, they're not drinking alcohol, and they understand it as being this poisonous substance that they don't want to degrade their body with. And so they're not drinking. And I think iShowSpeed is a real example of that. And then also his influence. And it's just like, oh, Speed doesn't drink, Speed doesn't smoke, Speed doesn't do drugs. I'm not doing any of that either. And so it's just like perpetuating this straight edge culture, which I think is amazing. And so moving it back to the Caribbean, he's been going all over these islands, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. He's in Bahamas now, did Jamaica, obviously, doing it all. And the same thing, he's having this major effect on how the world views these countries, because he's always doing, like, he's always himself. Like, I'm trying to think of a specific incident. I was watching it yesterday, in and out. Well, let's watch. I want to skip ahead a little bit on the stream here. And you know, he had to go to KFC, the Jamaica KFC. So let's watch that real quick.
Hey, that car fast as hell. What? Yeah, I can manage.
And he doesn't understand patois for nothing. I think that's also hilarious.
Go, what you doing? Here we go. It's that time. It's that time. Where we at? It's that time. 1,000? Wait, what beret we at? Oh, we like low. We low.
Oh yeah, so he goes upstairs. So I saw him go to KFCs and other islands, but I wanted him to stay downstairs but he wasn't getting good internet. So he goes upstairs and kind of takes away from the excitement a little bit. But let's skip through.
Hey. After 40
That's
years.
his dad.
You gotta step up in life, you know.
After almost 50 years, he finally got a passport.
I stepped up, man.
That's good, Dad.
All right. And then he's just driving through Kingston, you know, and he's just sitting on the top of the roof. And it seems like nothing. And you're probably like, oh, what is he doing? Why are so many people following him? I mean, people get to see our country. You know, they get to see Kingston from his perspective. And of course, he has all the technology, the cameras, everything like that, which I think is just really, really, really awesome that he's just doing it at this level. And then, of course, us and so many don't live here in Jamaica. So many Jamaicans don't live in Jamaica, and they don't live in Kingston. And now they get to see their neighborhoods, and they get to see this very famous person going through these different streets and places that they grew up in and they used to run around in, that sort of thing. I think that that's just so cool. All right, let's skip around here. So he just goes to the police station. I believe this is.
We might walk to the store. Open up. Might just walk. I ain't gonna lie, cause this go with my fit though. Hey, chat, this go with my fit.
Yeah, it goes perfect.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to pick up these.
All right, and this one, he goes to a school here. and links up with Sean Paul.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit.
And I think Jamaica did just such a really, really incredible job of just bringing out our best and our brightest. I mean, just really putting the culture first in so many ways, from the food that I mentioned, of course, the music, and the music was just prominent throughout the stream. Jesse Royal being there for the majority of the stream, and it's just music drives our culture in like such a big way. And I'm so happy that we did it in such a proud way and just a very prominent way throughout. Of course, he goes on a race. That's the other thing. His name is iShowSpeed. He's fast, and he always races people in every country that he goes to. And he claims to be the fastest person. He's raced Noah Lyles. He's raced a lot of famous people and a lot of famously fast people and athletes. And so he comes to Jamaica, and of course, you know, I was watching the stream. I was like, yo, this guy has no chance, no chance against our young athletes. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit.
What happened? Wrong way?
Yeah, he has to roll like this. People love this guy. And sometimes it gets really, really crazy. I recommend looking up his Norway stream, his Oslo stream. That was the craziest one I've ever seen in my life. And I feel like after that stream, he had to start moving like this with so much security and police. And this is what he does. He just randomly goes inside this hair salon.
So look, I want to get my lashes done and my nails. Can I get my nails done?
Now I'm sure this place is the most popular place in that whole area now. Like, I want to go to this place now and just check it out just because he went there. And I'm sure so many other people and kids gonna feel the same way.
Moisturized cream? Yeah, can I get some curl cream in my head for stream? Yeah, can I get some curl cream in my head? I'm trying to look good for stream. Just a little something, just a little 2-minute touch up. There we go. Just a little 2-minute touch up. Yeah. Yeah.
Feel good in here.
It do feel good.
You got the air conditioning, so fan.
This your salon? What is this? What you put in my head? Curl cream? Yeah, define. See, look.
Curl la la.
Yeah, she give me that curl la la.
Curl la la.
She gave me that. Ooh, it look better already.
Right. You better use your skills.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to. See, look, she was nervous at first. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. W's in the chat. W Barber. W Barber.
We need the drug.
All right, here, miss. You don't gotta do too much. Here. You're welcome.
I need a picture with you.
1997, she said. 1997. No. Wait, what the hell? You don't even know your own password. Now it's locked. Her phone locked. Just take it on her phone. Take it on her phone. Take it on her phone and she airdrop it to you.
Locked herself out.
How you don't know your lock screen? She wanted her own picture.
Yeah, now you gotta take a picture for her.
Now you gotta take a picture for her. See?
Yeah, he's such a good sport.
This one take food.
Okay, there you go. W Barber.
Coming out. That way.
I mean, get my Sunday, how they see on. I like my don't say, don't need more. How you get on top of the roof?
Run the back where you going. You go straight up and then right.
Buddy on top of the roof.
All right, gonna skip through a little bit here.
Yeah.
Cupboard.
On the island.
Cupboard.
Yeah, cupboards.
Like
you
cabinet.
put, yeah.
Oh, cabinets.
So you put this on this.
It's more driving through the city.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Jamaica nice though. I like Jamaica. It's a vibe here. It's just a vibe here. It's a vibe. I'm messing with it. I'm messing with the vibe. I ain't gonna lie. It's a vibe here. Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that girl?
Yeah, people going nuts for him.
I love you. Oh, what's this?
Where is this? Does anybody know where this is? I can't tell.
It's hot. We getting out? Right, till we getting out. Pray for my safety.
He said, "Pray for my safety."
I'm trying to see the score.
Got bad sicky there.
I'm trying to buy some.
To the right.
What's up?
Oh God, my son, oh God. That's right, Dante.
Dante.
Yeah, my son, he's a subscriber to you. I love you.
Hey, shout out Dante.
All of them never get to come to me.
Shout out Dante.
Oh, God. Wow. I like him too.
What's these?
Randy, I don't this is police button.
Police button.
No, just give us what's this? No, it's a cookie. It's a cookie. Speed, come on, man. Come on, man. Just try now. We are Jamaican, you know, one love.
Okay. All right.
And it's a jackass, man. Hey, Randy.
All right, I'm gonna skip through. Let me get to some highlights. All right, let's get to the juicy beef. Oh yeah, he wants patties. Let's go. This is a fun part.
Is that 150? Which one? Chat, which one the best one? Chicken, cheese, or beef?
Beef, chicken, and all different flavors.
Beef? Ooh, it's hot. Damn. I gotta let that cool off for a little bit. That boy hot. Cheese? I'm about to call y'all hot and tasty. That was quick. Tess, should I try the cheese first? I might want to try the cheese first. Let me try the cheese first. Right here, that was just bread. Now let's try to actually.
I think he eats like 6 of them or something. Really likes the beef patties.
Oh my God! Damn!
Yeah, I think he just keeps downing them. All right, let's go to.
Can I get a cocoa bread?
All right, I think this one is good. He goes to the National Stadium.
Bro. Yeah.
And so they do this relay race.
She my shot, bro.
All right, here
Bro,
we go.
stop playing, bro. This dude playing too much.
Bro, I'm telling you, give us the bar. I'm telling you.
All right, he's racing, I think a bunch of different schools. I think he's next to JC Kid. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Race starts.
Oh, they coming.
He's on the inside lane. He's a anchor leg.
They coming.
This is just so awesome for Jamaica. This is just really, really, really awesome. Yeah, he didn't do so good there, but you get the idea. All right, let's keep rolling here. I just want to get, let's go to, this is my, oh, so he links up with Beanie Man, which is cool. I thought that was awesome, right outside the stadium.
Yeah. Come on.
All right, let me get to my favorite part. And then we'll wrap. All right, so he goes to the Bob Marley Museum, which I still have yet to go to. That's Denisha Marley gives him the tour. That's Bob Marley's granddaughter. He's going through Kingston.
Jesse, what's up, my brother?
I'm observing.
You're observing.
I would.
Oh, you need a flag.
Yeah, give me
You're
a flag.
observing. You sure?
All right, let me get.
You're fitness, you know.
Hey, give me your phone. Give me your phone. Wait.
He's doing the exercise.
You can just stand up. Give them the bad man.
Oh.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, okay. So you can stay around the place. No one you.
Okay.
Is it me? All right.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay back here.
So you're back here.
Yeah, I gotta make sure this group is doing well.
Make sure this group is doing well.
I gotta make sure y'all doing well. All right.
There in the house. So we're gonna go into high knee shaka. Come in. Ready?
So we're eating after this
Gotta
too.
keep eating.
Damn, this shit hot.
This is all item food right here. Let's go.
Fuck it, that.
So,
Bagel, drink,
And then
cream
Shinshia, we do the acne and saltfish cooking.
You know, I know how to do a little cooking.
I watched your race.
You know what?
I watched your race. I was really gonna race.
He was not picking up what Shensia was putting down. Trust me. You guys are gonna have to go.
He lost on his race. I was gonna race him, but since I saw that he lost, I don't have to do it.
Wait, come on, hell no. We
So
can
now
race.
I'm gonna just teach him how to go.
No, we can race right now.
No.
We can race right
You
now.
were complaining that you ate too much and you're still
No.
full.
You see this? I'm good. I'm good. We can race right now.
After the meal.
Yeah, Sheila, stop playing.
After.
All right, you guys can watch that afterwards.
Mix it. I like black pepper on my.
My fault.
All right, this part was dope.
My fault.
It's Naomi Cohen. This is like the best part, I think, of the stream. I thought it was so dope. See if I can get to it. Oh, here we go.
We call them modern day. Cause brothers up, we take it on freestyle. Say up on them rock fighters. Some people critical, two sideless. We call them modern day. Who are your freestyle song for the people that do it? We ain't not just don't make it, and we know we turn it up. But also one time, and you know we burn it up. I keep playing my song, and I keep turning up. Bumpy bus, I got the big daddy in my right pocket. They call me speed, cause I do that. I'm in the green color, and you know we gotta do that. I say, ooh, yeah, maybe I do that. I do my little dance, and I keep doing my do that. Oh, I just wanna be fatty, oh. I just wanna be fatty in my pocket. And you know we know it's happening in our pocket. Got the big man when we go like bomba, bomba, bomba,
This my boy Egyptian. Him sing Girl Wanna Hold Him Nicky.
Such a vibe.
I say, one time I'm in Jamaica, turning up with the makeup, I did the baker. I got the 2 with the 3 with the mixer. They really keep telling me, and I don't when I want me. Hold on, I got a big fatty in my right pocket. You think I tell me what the hell I was stopping? And I keep going with the thing.
All right, let's go to the end here.
I got the flame on my mouth. Oh. For my cloud rocket, got the whole car to be like a trumpet. I got 2 with the chains, and they keep telling me to stop it. But I keep going because it's speed and
Kind of. A lot of dancing. All right, let's go out to the close. I thought the close was awesome.
Jamaica.
No.
MW.
What?
I see the W for sure too. The P.
That like a drum set over there.
What the? Is this appearing?
Where is it going? I knew we saw the W.
I know.
And I was like, it do like a drum set when they don't have right. Okay, the iShow,
Yeah, the iShowSpeed.
Yeah. That is tight.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, sir.
Dang. That is dope.
That's nice for you.
Yeah.
That is.
All right.
I think that's the end of it. Hold on. Oh,
Mom
no.
and Dad.
It's crazy.
They better not have your picture. Well, they have your. Uh-oh. It's,
Yeah, I think this is the last
car.
one.
Okay, we about to see it in about.
Okay.
Here we go.
The Caribbean.
Tour. I'm glad we could read because I was about to be.
Oh wait, there. Yeah, they did a picture of him. Let me see if I got it.
4,000.
Yeah.
3,000.
I won't say about it. 4,000.
Okay, it's 30 at the bottom jaw. So let's say 30. It's a lot. Let's just say it's a lot. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, this is awesome. Jamaica really
now,
showed out.
What if the fake head started moving like
that?
No, I think his face might come.
W Jamaica.
I love y'all. Bomba clock. Green up.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So that was his tour. That was his Jamaica tour. I thought it was awesome. I thought we showed the best of what we have to offer. I'm gonna see if I could find his Norway. His Norway one is just kind of crazy. I think that's what kind of changed his. Oh yeah, this one. We'll watch that in a second. I think this was the one that just changed like how he moves and just kind of gives you a semblance of his influence and how famous that he really is. And our population is population of Jamaica and particularly Kingston is relatively small, like compared to like these bigger countries, these European countries, and they just like go insane. So we'll do that real quick, and then we'll look at that real quick, and then we'll go to our we'll close out on this. Oh, this is a year ago. All right, so this is like him. Okay, I guess this is just specific. This is like just him walking through Norway.
Back to one more country. I don't want bag.
And so he just goes into this store to buy this thing.
She said a bag. I'm putting this on right now.
Buy some souvenirs, and he just gets stuck in here. We want to watch the whole thing. But he buys it, and he tries to leave, and he can't leave.
Get back! Get back! GG's, chat. GG's, bro.
And then he goes up here. He goes upstairs, and they're trying to figure out a way out.
Leave, guys, leave in Norway. How do you say that?
Just insane. It was really insane.
Go out and say, ooh, chat, what if I go out and say English or Spanish? Then they all say English, and I say first one to move is gay, and they all just stop moving, and I can just hurry up and run, and yeah, like look, bro, drop. Oh, that was so.
Anyway, he gets trapped there, and then this is the crazy. I guess like so he broke his ankle, and he couldn't get out, and so this is like him trying to get out, and they just go like. Just pandemonium.
My shoes, get my shoes. Give me back!
All right. Sorry about that. We had a power cut. That does tend to happen here from time to time. Okay, I think we got enough of iShowSpeed anyway. So let's move on to like the business side of things. Hold on, let me make sure my mic is on here. Let's move on to like the business side of things with the stream. So the entire stream was sponsored by Expedia. And they were flying him around on the private, continue to fly him around on this private Expedia jet. And I think that this is, hold on, let me see if I can bring up the. Oh, let's see if I can bring up the website. Perfect. So this is they have a dedicated website to Speed and what he's doing and where he's been. And whoa. Meet Speed. Hold on. Should show. I don't know. They were doing it before. They were showing like where he was. Or where he is. I guess they took it down. I mean, it's just such a smart move by Expedia to get this guy, arguably the most popular person in the entire world, at least for the younger generation, within their ecosphere and their ecosystem. And it's just setting up for all these countries, you know, Jamaica including, it's just setting up the next generation for travel. And I think this is going to do well for Expedia, but I also think it's going to do extremely well for all these different countries and for travel. And these kids are going to be, oh man, this thing is hard to navigate. These kids are going to be inspired by him. And then, you know, you can click on these different places and then you can go see where he's been and see if we can get onto it. Where he's been and what he did. And hold on. Then there's, yeah, and you can see where he took pictures and the videos. I mean, I can only imagine what kind of deal that was signed with Expedia. But I mean, he is just doing just incredible work for all of us, you know. And I think, I know I keep saying this, I think Jamaica did an exceptional job in terms of positioning itself and for the world to see us. We have a strong image. We have a strong brand image for sure across the world, across the Caribbean, without question. But again, seeing your hero, seeing somebody you believe in so much and that you want to be like, go to this place and interact with the culture. And then also from our own perspective of the pride that we have in our culture, and Jamaicans living here and Jamaicans abroad, seeing this and seeing it through his eyes, experiencing our culture through his eyes and through his experience. I think it's just like amazing. It's amazing for all of us. And you also have to think, again, open to be corrected in the comment section, chat section here. There is nobody else coming even close remotely to what he's doing, how he's doing it. Yes, there's IRL streamers all over the world, but there's nobody that has his audience, that has the level of attention that he has, the amount of eyeballs that is on him. And for him to be able to, you know, to share it, of course, there's a benefit to him, but nonetheless, like, he didn't have to go to Africa. He didn't have to go to Asia. He didn't have to go to China. He didn't have to come to Jamaica. He didn't have to come to Caribbean. And he's doing well enough alone. And he started in his bedroom streaming and talking to a camera, right? And I just think it's just awesome for all of us. And again, top streamer. There's nobody, I cannot think, and if anybody knows, please let me know. I cannot think of another person that is doing what he's doing, that has and is having the influence that he's having on his generation, but like the entire world. Like, I think it's just ridiculous. I think it's just amazing. I think he's just such a huge asset to us. You know, he really is such a huge asset to us. And I'm so happy that he came to Jamaica and he did it the way that he did. And like every I think it went spectacular. You know, from my perspective, how I see it, I think it went absolutely spectacular for Jamaica, and it really showcased a lot of positive. And I think, and I'm going to be I'm very interested in knowing and seeing what like the analytics are from the Expedia side in terms of actual bookings. What does this mean for all these different countries? And we're probably not really going to be able to understand the impact of his presence coming here and streaming here probably for a couple of years. But what an immense, amazing investment. And I'm really happy Jamaica saw the opportunity and they took it. They put their best foot forward, and they did just a really, really, really great job on showcasing culture. Georgina, Kai's he's probably the biggest streamer, I want to say, but Kai is not. Kai came to Jamaica, but it wasn't like this. You know, it wasn't as, because he doesn't really do what Speed does, like in terms of just like walking around, interacting with the audience and stuff like that. Yeah, Kai came to Jamaica. He came for Carnival. I think it was I'm almost certain it was last year he came to Carnival, but didn't have, to my knowledge, well, let's look it up real quick. I don't think he had this sort of impact. What's going on here? Yeah, he doesn't have, at least on YouTube, he doesn't have anywhere close to his numbers. Kaisanat Live 14.7, Kaisanat regular 7.7. I should show you this, sorry. Oh, you're seeing it. Okay, and let's do Kaisanat Jamaica. 2 years ago, 2.5 million views, you know, which is great. Amazing. So Speed did 3.4 in 48 hours or whatever it is. And yeah, it's obviously gonna go up over time, but great for both of them. Great for both of them, and really awesome that they came here. Georgina says Gen Z goes crazy for Kai too. Yep, definitely. And TikTok. It's crazy, you know. It's crazy that we have them. Really, really awesome that we have them. All right. I think we're gonna move on to. All right, let's move on to some business stuff. What are we gonna go to? All right, take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break, and I want to talk a little bit about the Oasis real quick, and then Negril, and then we'll take it from there. Let me see if we got the Oasis video. All right. If you don't know, I'm going to play a little video about the Oasis, which is an opportunity that we're working on here in Negril. And
welcome to the Oasis.
This is really an investment, I would say, for people who have vision and can really understand what this can potentially turn into. It's not the prettiest site to look at, I think, for most people, but for me, I see tremendous potential and tremendous opportunity for value creation for a lot of people. My name is Winthrop Wellington, and I run this YouTube channel where I help people move to and invest in Jamaica.
This area is where the gym is going to be located, state of the art. This is going to be more casual cafe, more the owners can come and mingle. This is the additional 2 acres for future development. My name is Mara Watson, and I'm a realtor in Jamaica. I have been specializing in a lot of hotel condo conversions. I'm here today at Oasis Resort, and this is one of the properties my clients have purchased to convert into a condo property.
My favorite part about the Oasis is really what it represents. It represents the potential of Negril.
I have seen the real estate market change drastically in Negril. The market has gone up tremendously and the demand is huge. The need for housing has really increased.
Right now, there's 57 rooms here that nobody's living in right now today. The windows are blown out, there's no electricity, there's no water. In 15 months from now, there are going to be 57 refurbished rooms that are going to have owners that will have titles for each and every one of these rooms.
homes. That is real value for 57 different people, 57 different families that did not exist before.
Definitely the before. You're seeing it raw and you see the pool green, but that will be beautiful and clean within a year.
Doing real estate projects of this nature is risky. Anything can happen.
We're going to bring this back to life. This was quite the place in its time.
I believe this is a representation of the turnaround or the renaissance of Negril. That's also part of the reason why I myself am getting a unit here as well.
So excited to bring this project to the market, and it's going to be affordable. The units are starting at
All right, back from Oasis. Okay, so update with the Oasis is actually that there are 3 units available that opened up. And so there have been so many people who have contacted me about their interest in the Oasis and that you want to get into one and that you want to get into a unit. This is your opportunity to do so. But I'll also say, if you did sign up for the waiting list and the team is telling me that they've contacted or at least reached out to every single person on the list who've signed up on my website, but check your email. And they've been doing initial emails plus follow-ups, and a lot of people haven't responded. And obviously when you do something like this, when people get the details, some it works for some it doesn't. And so there have been 3 that opened up. So if you're interested, you're serious and you're ready, I'm going to give you guys a contact information. And if you want to give them a call, you can do that. So I'm going to put a number there as well. So where is... I'm going to put this in the chat, and this goes for people who are on the replay. There are 3 spots that are open that opened up at the Oasis, and this is the email. And then also, if you want to give them a call, I'll put it in the chat there, and you can reach out to them. You guys got any questions, and if you want to make the move, you can do that. And there's a couple people who emailed me the last few days. I'm going to put you in touch with them as well. I'll have them reach out to you, and then you can take it from there. So opportunity came back for you if you are interested. I'd also say some Throp-X updates real quick before we move into the last thing that I want to talk about is that we're doing 50% off on all virtual tickets. So you got basically till midnight tonight, 11:59 tonight. You have 50% off. That has gone exceptionally well. Thank you all so much for signing up. All those people who signed up in the last few days for the 50% off on the virtual tickets. We are going to have an awesome time and try to make you feel as best as we possibly can, as if you are there with us. And if you want to take advantage of that, you have a few more hours. You have until midnight tonight to get the 50% off, and then it goes back up to $150 for the virtual tickets. If you can't make it live on virtually, digitally, you will have access to the replays. So you will have access to that afterwards. So don't feel as if you have to be there on the 25th and 26th for 8 hours in its entirety. You can watch bits and pieces of it and then go back and watch individual panel discussions if you'd like. So you got a couple of options there. All right. Let me hold on one second. We might need to take another quick break here. Yeah, I got to go drop something off real quick. Let's see. All right, we're gonna take a break here. I forgot I had to do this. One sec. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
I've been with the Pinnacle since inception, since we first opened our doors to the public in 2023. I'm a sales executive for the Pinnacle. So it was not an easy concept to grasp for here. I'm like, in Jamaica, in Montego Bay, How is that going to work? Because it's villas and it's hotel, it's residences and hotel, and then commercial area. That's huge, right? I've seen it elsewhere in bigger markets, in maybe better demographic locations. So in Jamaica, like, how will that work? How can we sell this? How are we going to sell this? You know, a lot of doubts when I just heard about it. But then I'm here, I'm doing it every day. I'm loving it. It's a great product. It's an easy sell. It's something I can do in my sleep. I can talk to Pinnacle in my sleep. I believe in the vision of our directors, and we're all working together as a team to make sure that in 2029, when we open our doors to everybody, all that we've dreamed of and they're working towards will be accomplished. Our directors they're born in China, they're Chinese, but they're Jamaicans. They've been here for an average of 20 years each. This is where they have their businesses, their families. This is where their children go to school. So this is where they want to give back as well. They want to make sure they're helping to build Montego Bay, and I mean Jamaica in general, by offering this kind of space where, as a business owner, you can come and own a part of this. You can have your offering here as well. And we're going to have a great mix. We're not restricting it. We're not limiting. We just want to make sure that anybody that's in this space also believes in our dream, has that vision, wants to have that elevated experience, and wants to offer that elevated service to a potential visitor or guest or client that comes in. We're sitting in our commercial area now, where if you're here on this property, or if you don't live here, you're not visiting, but then you want to come to the supermarket or the pharmacy or the cafe or the clothing store, you can come here. It's commercial, it will be open to the public. The public will have access. Then we have the 4 towers. We have the Swallowtail, which is the residential tower. So if you buy into the Swallowtail, then the expectation is that you're going to live here. And then who wouldn't want to live here, right? So you can actually live at a branded residence, 5-star hotel property, right? Second tower is our Canary Tower. And these units we're selling individually. It's the same 1:4 units as the Swallowtail Tower. Same layout, same design, same look and feel. But in this tower, the expectation is, or what we're saying to you is, if you buy here, you don't have to live here. We'll never allow Airbnb or short-term rentals, but you own your unit, it's titled in your name, and then you have the option to put it back into the residential return program with the hotel. That means if you don't live in Jamaica, and most of our buyers they're Jamaicans or members of the diaspora. We have some international people, but it's a good mix. So it means that if you're not ready to live here, if you don't live here right now, but you still want to have some kind of piece of this pie, you can buy into the Canary. When you're not in your unit, it's with the hotel. The hotel takes care of everything associated with that. It's the guests coming in and out, the marketing, the maintenance, and the average day-to-day of the unit. The third tower, the Hummingbird, we have not yet started to sell, but will basically be the same manner as the Canary. That will be the buying option for persons that want to buy. Our fourth tower, which is going to be the hotel, it's the Mondrian. We're not selling those units at all. The hotel has already taken that. And the hotel group is their core hospitality group. The first 2 towers are 28 stories, 141 units. The third tower, we've modified a little bit based on our conversations with our core. It's now going to be 25 stories with a little bit under 200 units. And then we're going to have the third tower, which will be 23 stories. Because what we have in mind is we want everybody to also get a view, right? And I'm sure we'll touch on the views in a little bit. So and we're speaking with the hotel, we have that in mind, and we're making sure that it works for us as well as for our buyers, with all the amenities that you can think of and associate with a 5-star property. So it's the parking garages. So the first parking garage will have 380 car spaces for parking with storage lockers. The second one is 275. And on top of those parking garages, now you have the pool decks and the green area, rec area, where you can come as a resident or as a visitor and just have fun, relax, read a book, go by the bar, take your children. Just a general relaxation area. We're going to have pickleball, tennis court, basketball courts. We'll have 5-star restaurants, cigar bar, wine bar, spa, gym, 24 hours, it never closes. Living starts on the 3rd floor, and then the layout changes as well. From 3 to 18, there are 7 units per floor. You get a combination of 5 2-beds, 1 1-bed, and a 3-bed. Then once you get above that, 19 to 24, you have 2 2-beds, 2 3-beds. They're bigger. And then above that, 25 and 26, 2 sets of 4-bedroom sub-penthouses. Then it goes 27, 28, 5,000 square feet each of a 5-bedroom penthouse. If you buy a penthouse, you automatically get a slip with your purchase. If you buy a sub-pent, you get a slip with your purchase. The others will be open for you to pay to use while you're here. We'll also have a water taxi. We're gonna have a ferry service, so we can pick people up at Freeport and take them here. We can take people from here to strategic locations in and around Mobay. So it cuts out all the highway traffic and the downtown traffic. If we don't choose to travel by road, you can actually go by sea much faster. I have different clients with different reactions. I have clients that I speak with all the time because they're very hands-on and they want to make sure and they want updates very often, right? And then I have clients that are just ready. I have a lot of clients that especially are in the US. They're Jamaicans, but in the US, and they've worked hard for years. They're ready to come back home and they're like, can you just finish already? This is beautiful. This will actually match the lifestyle that I have now. This, I'll have my walking trail, I'll have my gym. There's a supermarket right there. I want to come home. I am ready for this elevated style of living where I'm from. So they're experiencing it in another country. And they're excited that they can come home, they can retire here just the same and have that same level of experience. A lot of people weren't expecting it. No 2 units have the same price. That's food for thought, right? So we have pricing based on availability right now, because that's where the starting price is based on what's available. And then also based on the size of the unit, the layout, and then the floor that you're on and the view that you get. So for example, we circulate a lot. We do a lot of media and social media posts with our model units. That's a $12.99 lagoon facing unit, right? Right to the right of that is a 3-bed unit that's 1,732 square feet. And then all around you have 4 more 2-beds, 1056, 1323, 1473, different sizes. You get a sea view, you get a sea and mountain view. There are different views and different facts to consider when you're in a unit. So I'm not trying to be roundabout, but that does impact the price, right? So it depends on what you want, but comfortably, we're averaging now, you're looking at close to 500,000 for a 1-bed, over 600,000 for a 2-bed, and then roughly $1 million for a 3-bed. And then before you respond and say, or before our viewers respond and say, that sounds kind of high. We did our market research. It's pretty close to a lot of other offerings locally. And then you still can compare offerings to other offerings. Because you're not just buying a building, you're not just buying a structure. You're buying into a branded residence, into elevated lifestyle, into luxury living. Why not? We're saying if this is the experience that you want, if what we're offering matches your lifestyle now or the one that you're working to have, come in and have a conversation with us. Let's discuss your options. We will be handover ready with the Swallowtail Tower in April of 2027, but construction will be done before that. For Canary, handover ready and construction due date is 2028. We're ahead of that. The entire development is 2029. So all amenities, the homes along the front, along the sea line, the towers, done for 2029.
Hey everyone, Throp here. I hope you enjoyed that infomercial on the Pinnacle. I know really exciting stuff ahead. If you'd like some more information, please scan the QR code on your screen right now or click the link in the description below, and we'll have a representative from the Pinnacle reach out to you right away. Now back to the stream. All right, we're back. Okay, so last thing I want to share is actually a message that was put on a Facebook group, but I got it in a WhatsApp group message. I don't know if you're still on, Tiffany, but this is what you posted in that WhatsApp group that we're in together. I don't even know if you know I'm in there because I don't. I'm one of those silent lurkers in the background type thing. But anyway, this was on Facebook, and I thought it was worth a share. And this is somebody's perspective on their time in Jamaica, and more specifically, parts being in Negril. Okay, here we go. This was posted by a member in another Jamaica travel group. I felt this. I hope it's okay to repost. My wife and I spent a week in Jamaica, and I honestly think it ruined our ability to enjoy normal beach vacations for a while. We split our stay between Montego Bay and Negril, which ended up being the right decision because the two places felt completely different. Montego Bay had more energy, more traffic, more movement all the time. Negril felt slower in the best possible way, like everyone collectively agreed stress was unnecessary there. The first thing that surprised us was how much time we spent outside the resort, without even planning to. Sorry, I lost my spot here. The first thing that surprised us was how much time we spent outside the resort, even without planning to. Before going, I assumed Jamaica would be one of those trips where people mostly stayed on property, drank frozen drinks, cocktails, and occasionally booked an excursion. But almost everybody we talked to kept telling us to actually get out and explore, and they were right. Most mornings started early because the sunlight there somehow makes sleeping in feel illegal. We stayed near the hip strip in Montego Bay at first, and every morning, the same fruit vendor would already be set up near the road selling mango, pineapple, and coconut water before half the tourists were awake. My wife became obsessed with Jamaican patties for breakfast, while I spent the entire week pretending I'd just try one bite before finishing half of hers. One thing nobody prepared me for properly was Jamaican driving culture. The roads themselves weren't terrible, but driving there feels less like flowing traffic rules and more like participating in a very fast-moving social negotiation. People pass whenever there's technically enough space. Music is blasting from random cars and traffic lights, and somehow it all works anyway. But honestly, some of our favorite moments happen during those drives, especially along the North Coast. At one point between Montego Bay and Negril, we pulled over at a random roadside jerk stand because the smoke smelled unbelievable from the road. No sign, no online reviews, just chicken cooking over a pimento wood drums with about 10 locals standing nearby waiting for food. It ended up being one of the best meals of the trip and cost less than 2 cocktails at the resort. And Jamaica really is one of those places where locals will passionately argue over food recommendations like it's a national responsibility. Every single person had a different opinion about the best jerk chicken, best rum punch, best beach, best patty shop, best place for oxtail. We got completely different answers every day, and somehow all of them were good. Negril ended up being the part of the trip we got emotionally attached to, though. 7 Mile Beach actually deserves the hype. The sand generally looks filtered in real life, and the water stays shallow so far out that people spend hours just floating around talking. We'd go out for a short beach walk in the morning and somehow return 2 hours later because someone started playing music, another place offered us drinks, and the entire beach atmosphere kept pulling us further down the coast. One afternoon, we went to Rick's Cafe, mostly because everyone says you have to at least once, and honestly, I expected it to be overrated. It kind of is, but also somehow worth it anyway. The place turns into complete chaos around sunset, music blasting, people cheering for cliff jumpers, tourists trying to act braver than they are, bartenders moving at Olympic speed. My wife spent an hour saying there was absolutely no chance she'd jump before somehow ending up in line with everyone else after 2 rum punches and public encouragement from strangers. Watching the sunset there with hundreds of people applauding at the exact same moment felt oddly fun despite how touristy it is. We also did a day trip toward Ocho Rios, stopped at Duns River Falls, which felt far more physical than I expected. I thought it would be a casual little waterfall stop and instead found myself climbing slippery rocks in water shoes while strangers formed accidental human chains, trying not to fall. One underrated thing about Jamaica, though, is the conversations you end up having. Some of our favorite memories weren't even activities. They were random interactions. A bartender explaining why tourists always underestimate Jamaican rum, a taxi driver giving us a full breakdown of dancehall history during traffic, a woman at a beach shack refusing to let my wife leave without trying homemade sorrel because the bottled one tastes sad. Quote unquote. At night, everything shifted energy again. The island somehow becomes even more alive after dark. Beach bars filling up slowly, reggae coming from different directions at once, restaurants where dinner casually lasts 3 hours because nobody seems interested in rushing you out. One night in Negril, we ended up at a tiny beachfront restaurant where the power went out briefly during dinner and literally nobody reacted except for staff bringing candles and continuing service like it happened every Tuesday. And honestly, that moment really summarized Jamaica perfectly for me. Nothing ever felt overly polished or perfectly organized all the time. But somehow that's exactly why the island felt so memorable and alive compared to places that feel built entirely around tourism. What stayed with me most, though, was how Jamaica constantly felt sensory in every possible way. The smell of jerk smoke near the roads, bass vibrating through beach bars at night, warm rain lasting 10 minutes before sunshine returns again, fruit that was somehow taste stronger there, the sound of tree frogs at night, cold red stripe bottles on hot afternoons, conversations with strangers that randomly become the highlight of your day. It's one of those places we visited where the atmosphere itself feels like part of the experience instead of just the background. And I thought that was awesome. And I'm glad that those folks had such just a really compelling time. That you can tell from their post there. They had a really compelling time in Negril and in Jamaica, and really summed up a lot of the positive aspects of Jamaica and of Negril. And as I always say, I'm not against all inclusives. I think all inclusives play an incredibly important role to the economy of Jamaica, to the tourism sector of Jamaica. And we need them in the biggest of ways, right? But at the same time, there is no way you will get that type of experience and feel this pull of the island by staying in the four walls of your all-inclusive resort. And it's like this poster said, it is really the serendipitous interactions that make this place so special, because it's just all around you and you're just completely engulfed in it everywhere you go. That's a cultural experience. And like they said, it's a very sensory experience in all different types of ways. And I don't know if you remember, I feel like Negril is like the quintessential place to kind of give you that serendipitousness, right? Because it is the most walkable place in all of Jamaica. I keep saying this. I actually put together, I think I shared with you all, a marketing proposal to position Negril as such, because that is the reality of the layout and the topography of this town, of this community. And if you think about it, essentially everywhere else that you would stay from a tourism destination standpoint, you're more than likely going to be forced to get into a taxi or a car or maybe the back of a bike, hopefully not. But my point is like in order to go to a restaurant or another bar, most other locations in Jamaica, you have to get into a taxi. You have to get into a vehicle. Whereas Negril, especially if you're staying on the main road of the beach or you're staying on the main road on the cliff, you're more than likely going to have within proximity, less than a mile, a ton of different bars, a ton of different restaurants that you can go to and explore. Most especially if you're staying on the beach, yes, but even the beach road, because we have 2.5 miles of a dedicated path pedestrian path that allows you to traverse the Norman Manley Boulevard. And I'm just so proud of our town, our community, our country when tourist visitors have this type of experience and they feel this connection with the island and this connection with Negril. And Negril is like really, really special in that way, you know, and how it's set up. And I think we as a community need to take advantage of that more. And there's not many places, I would say, even in the Caribbean, that has our setup, and combining that with it being a safe place. I said this before weeks ago on the stream. I think I've been saying this for the last year. I've never seen so many people as I'm driving home late at night, but so many visitors, tourists that are walking at night from restaurant to restaurant, bar to bar on Norman Manley Boulevard. It never used to be like that. I'm telling you, it wasn't as safe as it was. And I'm not saying as it is now. And I'm not saying throw caution to the wind. Still be vigilant. We're not living in a utopia, not even close. And I mean, it's just crazy. It's just like a crazy turnaround. So I just wanted to, share that post with you, and, hopefully you have your own experience of that like this with Negril or even somewhere else in Jamaica. And I think it was just like beautiful for them to share this with us, to share their moment, to share that experience with us. And I see it happen all the time. And I think this is how people fall in love with Negril, because it's those random interactions, it's those random conversations with a restaurant owner that has a bar on the a shack bar on the beach, right? And there's just something so extremely authentic about that. And Jamaicans are going to be Jamaican. They're going to Jamaica. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're going to be themselves. And I think a lot of people resonate with that authenticity. And I don't think there's many other places that you get that so consistently throughout a culture. And this person really, really, really appreciated that. All right, we're going to go to a few comments here, and then we're going to wrap up here. Unique says, definitely spending some time to look into the Pinnacle too, if allowed. So inspired to take images of the before and after. Definitely. Crystal says, I need to check this out. I think Crystal's talking about the Pinnacle. Worth it for sure. Tia Dom from Toronto, what's going on? Thanks for chiming in. Samantha, people need to focus on the positive. Absolutely. Not sure what the context of that was. Ward Maya started it. He came to Jamaica and they realized they missed the boat with him. Oh, yeah, he did come to Jamaica. He's great. I mean, he's doing really, really good, really, really good stuff in Africa. Yeah, big fan of his. I haven't watched his channel in like a few months. Samantha says, Ministry of Tourism needs to work with Ward Maya. He organized Speed's tour in Africa and some parts of the Caribbean. I think that's a good move. Unique, I'm spending time in Montego Bay next month on the hip strip, and I already know what to expect. Negril would be an interesting unknown adventure. We'd welcome you here with open arms. There, also, they're not for nothing, but there's so much happening in Montego Bay. Really, really, really. And I don't know. We haven't started planning the real estate tour for November Throp-X. I mean, getting way ahead of myself. We got Throp-X coming up in 2 weeks. But that is a place that I'm thinking of, really, really thinking of going for one of the tour dates next year. Sorry, this year. End of the year, November, for Throp-X, because there is so much happening there, especially on the hip strip. It is becoming more and more interesting day by day, because that is going to be more and more. We're moving into the reality of that being a more pedestrian focused strip, particularly with the highway, the bypass. I'm not sure what you want to call it. Let me see if I can bring it up. And, I don't want to assume people already know this. Let's bring this up. So we're here in Jamaica, and we're going to the north coast here. And I'm going to hop down to, so this is the Pinnacle here. This is in Bogue. We're going to head east. And then we're going to head to, that's Fairview Airport. I'm trying to find, okay, here's the hip strip. Do I got this right? Yeah, this is the hip strip here. This is Pier 1. Got it. So this is Harmony Beach Park here. I'm not sure if that officially starts the hip strip. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the hip strip. This is Harmony Beach Park. You've heard me talk about this park, this beautiful, beautiful park that I am very, very jealous of. And hopefully we get something similar here in Negril. And then this is the hip strip here. So basically from the corner of Harmony Beach Park all the way down, this is Jimmy Cliff Boulevard to Dead End Road. Hold on. Where am I? Did I? There's that Doctor's Cave, that's hotel. Okay, I'm getting. All right. And so this is Dead End Road. This is Sandals here. And this is the airport here. And so from what I'm understanding, I'm not 100%. I heard a few different things. So at one point I heard that Jimmy Cliff Boulevard, the hip strip, is going to be 100% pedestrian. But then I heard that it's not going to be 100%. So I want to figure this out for myself. And if you know Montego Bay, there's top road and there's bottom road. And that's how you get, at least from Negril, that's how you get to the airport. And then here's the airport. This is Sanctus International Airport. And then what's going to be happening is instead of coming out the airport and making a right and choosing bottom road here or top road over here, I think, yeah, top road here, right here. This is top road, bottom road. Sorry, this is a roundabout where you choose. You either go to bottom road there, which is to the hip strip, or you choose top road to go through the mountains, hills, not sure you want to call it. And that's kind of how the traffic is split. And now, or not now, but very soon, you're going to be making a left out of the airport here, and then hopping on this highway bypass here, right? And then you're going to go through the mountains. You're going to skip all the downtown. You're going to skip the hip strip, and then you're going to pop out. Hold on. Where are you popping out? You're going to pop out here. So, you know, this is what I'm not 100% clear on. So I'm not sure if you pop out here. This is Bogue. This is like right by ATL, if you guys are familiar. This is right by ATL Automotive. And then make a left here to get onto Bogue Road. Or do you pop out? Where's Long Hill? On Long Hill here. So, but there's activity happening here, right? This is being expanded, and I'm assuming this is going to be somehow connected. At some point, it's going to be connected. This is the highway. I'll figure that out at some point in time and share that information with you. But nonetheless, how we traverse the island, especially the western part of the island, is going to change dramatically very, very soon. Let's go over to Iron Shore here. And let's go over here. And so these are where these big hotels are going. Guys, I'm trying to remember. Is this it? There's a Price Mart. I think this is it. I think this is Price Mart. I'm almost certain. But there's a huge Price Mart going there as well. And if you don't know Price Mart is essentially the Costco of Jamaica. And you know, it's just, you get bulk, you get more bang for your buck, and it is just for quality of life and access to different food items, that sort of thing. It's amazing. It's great. We used to go to, I hated doing this, but when my dad was running the hotel, we used to leave Negril at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, drive to Price Mart, buy a bunch of different items for the hotel, like fill up the Pro Box, fill up the Town S, and then drive back to Negril the same day, because my dad hated staying in Kingston. To this day, he doesn't like going to Kingston. He doesn't like staying there. And we always came back. Even when my grandmother was alive, same thing. We go visit her, wake up, leave 4 in the morning, go to Kingston, come back. hates Kingston. And so Price Mart, that's what we used to have to do. I mean, hated it. We had to do what we had to do. And we did it like regular, like monthly. We used to go there. And, you know, to have that in Montego Bay, oh my gosh. Amazing, 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 amazing. This is going to do so much for all of Montego Bay. I mean, I even think us here in Negril, like when we land in the airport, we're going to go do our Price Mart shopping, then cut back, hop on the highway, come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's changing human behavior. It's changing the relationship that people, Jamaicans, Montegonians, Negrilians have with the island. You know, it's changing our behavior and changing how we move for the better. For the better. And this is going to serve, oh man, it's going to serve Montego Bay so well. This highway, all of these hotels, you know, even thinking of the Pinnacle being over here. You have one Reading over here as well. I mean, it's going to be beautiful, really, really beautiful. And all of this is happening, like this is all going to be done within 5 years. I mean, and I'm talking about less than that. And probably think about it. And I keep saying this, and I want to put this in perspective because we've been talking about this development, the Pinnacle, for a few years now. Next May 2027, there's going to be people living there. Like it's crazy. Like think about this. There are going to be people living there in Tower 1 and Swallowtail Tower. In 2029, less than 4 years away, the Pinnacle is going to be complete. The highway that we're just looking at is going to be complete. Within 4 years, you're going to be making that left. Then we're talking like, and just log this in your memory. Our whole lives, if you come into Negril, the existence of Negril, the existence of Montego Bay Airport. If you're coming this way, you make a right out the airport, and within 4 years, you're going to be making a left. I mean, this is a huge change. This is a huge, mega change for tourism, for everybody that lives here. And all of this is going to, again, it's going to happen within 4 years. Like this is not something, in, you know, Highway 2000. In 20, I guess you could say 2030, but in 2040 or 2050, like, no, we're talking about within 4 years. Like we're on the cusp of like Montego Bay completely changing in the biggest of ways. And we're going to have products there that just at a level that we just Jamaica has never had. In the Pinnacle, in One Reading, in Harney Cove, in Hard Rock Cafe, and not only in the quality and the luxury of these products, but then also there's going to be casino table gambling there as well. So there's this big, it's a huge shift. I don't know if people are really appreciating what is going to happen and what is slowly happening. And this is no longer a situation where we're talking about a decade away. We're talking about a handful of years that this is going to, of course, barring, you know, anything catastrophic. We just had a Category 5 hurricane a few months ago. But as we have the plans laid out, and then also now, like this stuff is tangible. You know, we're not talking about like an architectural drawing on a piece of paper. You're seeing the backhoes, you're seeing the excavators, you're seeing the construction workers day in, day out, day in, day out. There's a lot of content creators that are covering this stuff that is happening. And so the North Coast, Montego Bay especially, it's just so interesting to me at this point in time, because we're kind of in the middle of it. Like, and when I say in the middle of it, I'm talking about like the time horizon. Like we're like in the middle of the development of this mega shift that is going to become very palpable in your face in just a handful of years. Very interesting. And so that's what I'm saying. Like I really think, and then I'm happy that we have 2 Throp-X's this year, that we're going to Treasure Beach for one of the real estate tour days, and obviously staying here in Negril. But then in November, I think Montego Bay is to me, it's making the most sense, because there's just so much that's going to be there in just a few short years. And I hope some of you out there are, if you haven't already, like are really considering this as potential investment opportunities because it's ripe. It really, 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 really is. And it just makes so much sense. All right, let's go to some comments here. Oh, thank you for that, Unique. You made me go on quite the rant there. Delroy says we need more sidewalk on the West End to help people walk safely. Yep, they're working on that. They 100% agreed. They're working on that though. Samantha says Negril, Treasure Beach, and Portland need more exposure. Some of the best beaches in Jamaica are outside the resort areas. Visitors should experience the real Jamaica through local hotels. Can't disagree with you on that one. 80s hair. Definitely Montego Bay is a great place for the diaspora who are used to Western amenities to settle in. Harbor City is becoming a center of activity for the city center. Agreed with that. Agree with that. You know, that's as far as like your amenities that you would, I would say it's the closest. I mean, if you're living in a city, maybe Kingston is probably your best bets. But when you compare Negril to Montego Bay, I mean, you know, you guys beat us on nighttime activities, social activities, clubs, infrastructure, hands down. Yeah, you know, you got it, no question about it. And if you're looking for something closer to that, closer to quote unquote home, you know, Montego Bay might be your best bet. And then also, even again, like what I was just saying about like what's coming and what's like what the amenities, and you also think I'm working on a film now that really speaks to what I'm about to say. There are these businesses and these investments are going to inspire other businesses and other investments. There's going to be a lot of support businesses. And you look at like a Pinnacle, for example, and these luxury housing that we didn't have before. It's attracting a different segment of the market that may not have even considered investing in Jamaica. And those folks are going to come here. They're going to live here. They're going to vacation here. They're going to be spending money. They're going to be looking to spend certain types of money and having a certain level of luxury. And the Minister of Tourism has always talked about bringing luxury brands to Jamaica. And we don't have that. We don't have the Louis. We don't have the Gucci's, our Rolexes, our APs, or nothing like that. But if the demand by this segment of the market is there, then that can come in. I mean, and that's going to do wonders. That's going to do wonders for our economy. And it's hard to put a finger on what this is all going to mean and what this is all going to turn out to be. But I look at it as all being like really, really positive for the island. Unique says, I'm going to take a taxi around different areas where the expanses are taking place to get a big picture of it all, especially to see the ease of commute and so on. I think that's a great idea. 80s Hair says the elegant corridor begins at Iron Shore and continues to Rose Hall and is a great area to live. Price Mart opening in the fall. It's opening in the fall. Wow. It doesn't look like it from the map, but who knows? Who am I to say? Awesome. Jonte says Mobay for the win. Definitely. 80s Hair says the Pinnacle Commercial Center will become a high-end hub with shops, grocery stores, restaurants, and much needed urgent care facility. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes, they have a huge commercial center there at the Pinnacle. I think that's really, really, really great point. Nadine Nicola says Price Mart Iron Shore has started recruitment. There you go. I mean, it's happening. They're going to start their training. Like, there you go. Thank you for that, Nadine. Unique says this is amazing. It makes the adjustment to Jamaica smoother, especially for people moving from America. Need to maintain their ease of accessibility to stores similar to what's in America. And you're going to be getting that in a big way in Montego Bay in a short period of time. Jamaica 278 says, Throp, checking in if there's any update on Negril Airport. Looks like they are pushing for Clarendon Vernon Airport as priority. We have the Airports Authority of Jamaica coming to Throp-X in 2 weeks. And they are going to be making a very interesting presentation. I already know what it is. I'll say that. And so we'll have the most up-to-date information at Throp-X in 2 weeks on where the Negril International Airport stands. And I will be very happy to share it with you once we get that information directly from the horse's mouth. Nadine says there's a new road under construction to Sangster's Airport. I'm not sure if that's the same road that I was just talking about. So we announced the Pinnacle that they kept back with announcing a Lamborghini tower in Cap Cana. I see what you're saying. DR saw that we announced the Pinnacle, so they kept back with announcing a Lamborghini tower in Cap Cana. I got to look into that one. Crystal said, I heard Negril is getting an airport. Is this true? Yes, this is 100% true. And like I just said, we got the presentation on the Negril International Airport coming up in 2 weeks, and I understand they're pretty advanced. Unique says it's so beautiful to see the transformation from 2004 when I left Jamaica to 2026. I can't wait to see it all next month. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Yalis 100 says people don't understand the long delays that it takes developers to get permits for housing developments, adds to the price. Construction is costly. So Nara, a welcome relief. Yeah, I don't think people like really appreciate the bureaucracy that's in place in Jamaica, and it's insane. It's insane. Like there needs to be reform on a lot of these approvals. I mean, we had Dr. Kerry Wallace, who is the CEO, chairman, or maybe both. I can't remember, of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF. And he explained at Throp-X, he was a keynote speaker. He explained the process of approval that you have to go through to spend money in government. And I was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But conversation for another time. Chica says, has Treasure Beach fully recovered from Melissa? Yeah, fully recovered. I was there, 2 months ago. I'm going there again this week. I'm going there this week. Got to actually do one more shoot there. So they're pretty much fully recovered. They got hit way worse by Beryl, way worse by Beryl. And so they definitely took a hit this time, but not even close. Everybody there also says Beryl helped them to prepare for Melissa. So they bounced back relatively quickly. Jonte says, I love the Little Bay Country Club aesthetic for Negril. Kayon Lewis says, hi, do you have to put down the whole payment on Oasis or the Pinnacle? I say they both have different terms. So short answer is no, but reach out to them both. And like I always say this, with anything that I present, any developments, either shoot them an email or pick up the phone. I think it's worth it. It's just such a great way to get an understanding of how different developers, investors operate and what they're looking for. And you just get a good feel of this and what the terms are. And then you also get to ask your specific questions about those developments, or that apartment or that parcel of land. And you just kind of build up your knowledge. So reach out. And you could either do that on my website at dropmedia.com/Oasis Pinnacle for the form, or you can go to their website and they have phone numbers there and you can give them a call. That's for the Pinnacle. And then I also put in here, I'll put it here again. If you are interested in the Oasis, 3 units opened up. Please shoot them an email or call them directly if you have questions or if you're interested. That's for anybody that's interested in 3 units that opened up at the Oasis. Natural Yard says, I think trains would be beneficial in Jamaica or water shuttles to help reduce traffic. Absolutely. I agree with you. On that. Uru says, new highway that will continue from Marmy Bay to Montego Bay will be a game changer. Agreed. RIP, Iron Shore Golf Course. I don't know where that is. Uri says, we need a highway from South Coast like Maypen to Discovery. I think all of these highways and road investments, it's just going to do so much for Jamaica and just really, really open up things. All right. I think we're going to, it's almost 5 o'clock. This is because we started late. I had this like technical issue with StreamYard. This is a platform that I use, that I stream, that this thing was, they were having technical issues, not me. And so that's why one of the reasons why we started later than expected. All right, I think we're going to leave it there. This was another great stream. Little outside of what we normally talk about, but I thought it was worth discussing. iShowSpeed coming in Jamaica. And of course we talked about Jamaica from our own perspective. So just remember, we got Throp-X tickets for sale at Throp-X.com. We have the 50% sale remaining on the virtual tickets if you can't come in person for another until midnight, 11:59. You got until 11:59. Oasis, if you want to, I'm just saying this. Here, let me give you the web address. Go there for Oasis if you want. All right, I think we're going to leave it right there. What do we got coming up this week? We are streaming on Thursday for sure, and Sunday, and then Thursday again. So we will stream the Thursday before Throp-X. I'm do my best. It might be a short one because we are going to be in the mix. We are going to be in it, but we're going to be streaming it. We're going to be streaming, continue to stream twice a week. I was supposed to be away this weekend. Thank goodness, because this was a great weekend. This was a great stream. I mean, great stream. What are we going to end with? Oh, yeah, I told you we'd show you the suites of travelers. So wishing everybody a great rest of their Sunday. I will see you on Thursday again on the stream. And if you signed up for Throp-X, virtual or in person, please check your email. There's some very, very important information there. We need you to download Hoova, complete your profiles. This is the way that you're going to be communicating with everybody in person and virtual people who are coming to the conference, and just such a great way to network and connect with everybody. That's the panelists, that's the attendees, even myself. I will be on there communicating with you all. So please check your email if you signed up for Throp-X, and fill out your profiles and download the Hoova app. All right, everybody, have a great week. I will see you on Thursday. Peace. Hey there, Throp here. I wanted to interrupt just for a minute to tell you about my family's hotel, Travelers Beach Resort. We are a 60-room Jamaican-owned and operated hotel located on the world-famous 7-mile white sand beach of Negril, Jamaica. My father started this property back in '94, and myself and my brothers Winfield and Wingate took over in 2011 after my father retired. Recently, we've made some upgrades to the property, particularly to our rooms. They've been redesigned and reimagined with comfort and style at the forefront. The textures, the light, the layout, each space was designed with intention, balancing modern touches with the familiar spirit of travelers. Our deluxe rooms and suites, which you are seeing on your screen now, have gone through an incredible transformation. We now have 2-bedroom suites available for your accommodations next time you're in Negril. We're especially proud of our gym. It's designed to give you a high-quality workout experience with premium equipment, plenty of space, and an energizing atmosphere. Our lounge has become one of the more popular public spaces, perfect for a family game night or catching the big game. Of course, our restaurant and bar is located right on the beach, so you can enjoy the most beautiful sunsets in the world. We look forward to welcoming you home. For more information, please visit www.tbr.travel.
Welcome home.